Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Last evening, I got a notification about a particular performance, and when I saw it, trackies, all I could say was, "Got it, Miguel!" Yes, trackers, I don't know how me stay about Miguel. Yes, and I bawled out, "Got it, Miguel." I was so excited to see this result from her. And I thought to myself, yes, remind them that you have never not made a team to represent Jamaica from you have been representing as a senior athlete. You've never not made a team. Let them know this. And I mean, trackies, this comes on the heels of what you will consider a tumultuous 2 years of uplifting her life pretty much and switching coaches twice, but yet she's still able to, on the heels of what will be the most important period for her, to make it to Paris and represent Jamaica again at another global championships. She is proving that yes, she knows how to get it done. Even with all those things going on in her life, she knows how to get it done, and she is getting it done. Now, Briana Williams, yes, Briana, me good girl, Briana. No, no, says me good girl, but anyway, Briana Williams took part in the women's 100 meters at the Last Chance Sprint Series, where she clocked a season's best 11.08 seconds in the finals to place second. Now, trackies, this particular run is very, very interesting and is a big difference. Oh, no, Nicki Minaj said there's a big difference between me and you. Well, guess what? Briana Williams said that 11.81, there's a big difference between what I'm capable of and that particular run. Now, a lot of people on the back of that performance track were hitting me up and saying, hey, Briana Williams should call it a day. But guess what? What was interesting about that particular run track is on that day when she ran that 11.81 second was that Briana Williams not only ran in a negative 1.8 meters per second wind that was vivid for everybody to see, on the results, but she was literally running in a pool of water. Yes, it was horrible, horrible conditions, and she ran that 11.81 seconds. Now, on the heels of that performance, Shaki, she comes out and she says, there is a big difference between me and you. I am not the type of person that gives up. I am the type of person that keeps going and treading along on my path and trusting in the Lord and knowing that He will see me through as long as I put the work in. And guess what? She comes out and she clocks her season's best, as I said, 11.08 seconds. Now, this comes on the heels of her running in the prelims at season's best as well, 11.19 seconds, to prove that, yes, and another fluke, and another one-off run. I'm ready for this. I've been built for this. I'm made for this. I've done this over and over again. And yeah, this time will be no different, right? Now, track is very interesting to me, and this point I do not want to miss out because in this particular race, Briana Williams actually stumbled at her start. Yeah, she stumbled at her start. So, and we don't know how Briana go with her start. The start is literally the best part of her race, and the start for most athletes is the driving. Well, in general, is the driving force of your whole race. If you get that start wrong, then the whole race, gets thrown off. And for Briana Williams, where her start is definitely the most important and key factor in how she runs her racetrack, is for her to stumble and still run an 11.08 seconds shows that my good gal, could have potentially ran a sub 11 in this race. No, listen, it didn't happen on paper, so I know a lot of y'all are going to say, oh, yeah, when she runs sub 11, then we talk about it. Sure, no problem, right? But we have to take into consideration the circumstances, and I'm telling you that my girl is going to head off to trials and again vie for a spot on the team to represent Team Jamaica at Paris, and I'm definitely here for it. But Jackie, look here. I'm not the only one that is excited about this particular performance because so is Briana Williams. Now, she took to her Instagram and she quoted a Bible passage, and this is what she had to say. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Yes? Let me say that again. When the time is right, so on a your time and on my time, the Lord's time, right? On the Lord's time, He will make it happen, right, Trackies? And that's pretty much what she had to say. And then she went on, further to say, after what was an intense week of training, you know what that mean? Gal still loaded. Gal not in a fine tune shaping for dust where people yet, and she still can't drop 111.08. But anyway, I continue. Today I ran a season's best in my prelims 11.19 seconds, done in a positive zero point 0.3 meters per second wind. And an hour later in my finals, another season's best 11.08 seconds in a positive zero point 0.6 meters per second wind with a second place finish. And I stumbled in my start. So she mentions it here, Tracky. She said, look here, I'm stumbling at my start. As I said, she is coming. Do not sleep on my girl. Sometimes we just need to have a little patience, Tracky. Someone we don't know if you have no patience and ready to write people off, and I know how to uplift people as well in moments where don't seem the best. Look here, in those moments we need to stand behind our athletes and lift them up. But anyway, I continue with what she had to say. She says, thank you to my coach at John Smith and my whole team for believing in me and getting me ready at the right time. Right? Then she goes on to say, this is just the beginning of something great. Still much I've got to improve on. Track is based on what I heard about that race. Look here, Briana seems to only have left to work on the last 20. You heard me. The last 20. Yes, Track is, I didn't stutter. I didn't say last 40. I said last 20. That is how much she has improved since she has been training with John Smith. I can't wait to see when she's completely unloaded what will happen at our national championships. To wrap things up, Tracky, she says, I look forward to going into my Olympic trials at the end of June. So my assumption is that is the next time we will see Briana at the Jamaican Championships, which begins June the 27th and ends on the 30th. So that is when we will see my good girl. And I'm hoping our good gal, Briana Williams, take to the track next. And y'all know she is ready to deliver. She always delivers, guys, and she's in a good space. And I'm happy for that training well, Trackies, and getting the results, which is important, Trackies, to build her confidence heading into the Jamaican Championships. No, she also added, a few more quotes, and she says, fight your silent battles with his strength. You are a warrior in the armor of God. Yes, and you don't know, she's our little warrior. She's definitely a warrior. She's always fought, and you can tell because, as I said, she has never not made a team to represent Jamaica on the senior stage. Never. Never not made a team. From the time she take herself and said, me want to represent Jamaica for a senior team, she has made the team. Every single solitary one. Right? And that for me is absolutely phenomenal. And not many people can say that. How much athlete can say that? How much? Me want to tell me, cause me know say pass one hand. Right? Now with that said, Tracky, she also, said one final thing, which is very important to me and made me tear up even further when I read it. She says, in her silent battles and hurting defeats. This part to me is very important because hurting shows how much of a human she is, because a lot of times people think our athletes are some kind of machine and feel like we just need to drag them across the place and, not try to be understanding and uplifting in the moment when, things are not necessarily going the best, right? So she was hurting in these defeats. She was hurting. You know what I mean? So you all out there need to know that when our athletes are hurting, we need to be a supporting pillar. Now she says there is a God who fills her heart with hope and peace. All right, so track is that is what Briana Williams had to say. And as I said, I'm very excited seeing this performance 100% and 11.08 seconds on the heels of the national championships definitely proves that she's in good nick. As she said, which is very important to me, after what was an intense week of training, girl loaded. Girl not unload yet. An intense week of training. She loaded. She not unload yet. She go unloading at them next, 2.5 week. Where you want to say to trials? She go unload. Track is. And we are going to potentially see a personal best out of Briana this season. And my God, it tells you what type of athlete she is. Because if she can uproot for her life, 2 times in a 2 season, 2 different coach, 2 different location, all about the place. Her life has been flung left, right, and center. And if she's still, as grounded and as motivated and as focused on what she needs to achieve and is achieving it, wow. Chef's kiss to her. Chef's kiss to Briana Williams. And I await more fantastic victories for her. Anyway, Trackies, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.